Good night, good night, good night. How y'all doing? Oh, we got a good one tonight. We got a good one tonight. As you come in, say what's up, tag somebody, share this, let them know we are on. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let me go ahead and pin this on here so everybody knows what we're talking about. Tonight we're gonna discuss basically forgiveness after the love is gone. Yeah. After the love is gone. Love is all about. After the love is gone. We don't want to get it shut down. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about tonight. Go ahead, like I said, tag, share, let folk know that we are on. Trying to find this thing. Okay, there we go. All right. So, like I said, tonight we are talking about forgiveness after the love is gone. Make sure you tag some folk as you come in, share, let folk know we're here. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, invite some folk, come on in and talk to us. Let's have a good time tonight. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Hey Google, replay that song. That's that. Listen. All right. So all right. So good night, everyone. We are live once again. Just gonna have a little conversation. It's actually a requested conversation, so we want to discuss it just a little bit. All right. Hey Google, turn volume to 5. All right. Gotta let Google know we talk. All right. So we're talking about forgiveness after relationships. Now, let me say this. For me, my best friend, one of my best friends is my ex. You know we got to come right, Ms. Walker. Yeah, one of my best friends is my ex. Pretty much all my exes, as long as they are in the vicinity and a part of my life anyway, way, shape, or form, then we have an amazing relationship. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about not being able to have a relationship with their exes. You see the memes all the time. You know what I mean? Go back to your ex or spend 6 months in jail, or, if your ex is on fire, would you put him, that kind of thing. So I see where there's a lot of animosity towards individual that at one point was your world. And quite honestly, it puzzles me. And maybe someone can come and explain it to me. But it puzzles me that somebody who at one point was your entire world all of a sudden becomes your greatest enemy. I can't fathom that for me personally, because like I said, my exes and I, we have great relationships. I don't even refer to them as my exes. When I'm talking about them, when I'm talking to them, I don't refer to them as my exes, because they're not my exes. They're my friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. Returning my ex or mop the ocean, and you see a dude with the mop just going in. Right, but yeah, my exes are my friends, and I think the reason why is because I was able to forgive their offenses, and they were able to forgive mine. Because at the end of the day, no matter how amazing you think you are, you do not leave a relationship unscathed. No matter how amazing you are, how horrible you think the person is. One of my favorite quotes, I don't know who originally said it, but I heard it on Batman, the animated series. Our enemies are rarely as evil as we think, and we rarely as good. Enemies are rarely as evil as we think, or we rarely as good. And I find that to be so true in so many situations, where in which, once again, depending on our perspective, then we feel as though that person is the worst person in the world, and we are just, oh, poor little me, I did absolutely nothing to deserve that. And Rose says it depends on why they broke up. Yeah, but I cannot. It's very rare. I personally cannot think of a scenario in which you are just void of any blame when a relationship ends. It's difficult to find that scenario where you are void of blame for a relationship ending. But here's the thing, like I said, at one point, this person was your entire world. Usually if you get in a relationship with someone that you just can't talk to no more, you have all this animosity towards them, or whatever the case is usually because that person meant so much to you when you were in the relationship. So because they meant so much to you, that's why they were able to hurt you as badly. Listen, people who you don't care about can't really hurt you. You know the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is only true for people that you don't care about. She said you're not out here breaking up often. Besides knowing you, there'll be some way to smooth things out. Yeah, but that's the thing. First of all, I've had a few relationships, and I've had some relationships that took me down some deep roads. I've had some deep relationships, and we broke up, and for various reasons. You know what I mean? But I think that one of the big reasons why there is no common ground, or why you can't come together in some kind of solidarity with the person that you, like I said, at one point was your world. That is the thing. At one point they were your world, right? Unless you got in a relationship with somebody that you for ulterior motives, or you didn't really care about him, didn't really like him, you was in there trying to make some stuff happen. Yeah, that's different. But at one point that person was your world, and now you're telling me that you can't even speak, can't even see that person without feeling some type of way. Then it just means that there is unforgiveness. I can say I did too much for him, but he knew the deal breaker up front. What was the deal breaker, if you don't mind sharing? All right, so April, hey April, how you doing, babe? April says, in order to move forward in anything in life, forgiveness is an essential part to healing. If you can't, you will never be at peace. Whatever the situation, the spirit will never rest. I like that. Now, like I said, forgiveness, if you cannot come to some kind of common ground, then that means that there is unforgiveness for whatever it is the situation may be. Let me speak for me personally, right? So, like I said, I do not have an ex. I don't even refer to him as my ex. I don't have an ex that I have an issue with or a problem with. We are cool one way or the other. Reason being, I think, is because, I like to communicate, you know what I mean? And if I'm breaking up with a person, I've never broken up with a person out of anger, out of animosity, out of, because of, on the spur of the moment. It was always something where I took time just to look at the situation, see what it was, see where we are versus where we are headed. And then I was able to make a decision regarding that situation. And I think because the decision was not made out of emotion, then you're able to articulate in a manner where in which that person that you was your world at one point, you can come to some kind of understanding that this situation may not be the best situation for us, right? Because like I said, I was engaged twice. I was engaged twice in my life, and I got to a point where I realized that, it would not have been a good idea to continue down that road. So I had to reverse that situation. But like I said, one of the people that I was engaged to at one point is now married. I don't have any contact with. Another person is, like I said, it's like one of my absolute closest friends. So, yes, twice. I keep my business to myself. Anyway, but it was more promissory. It wasn't like we was heading down the island 6 months or anything like that. But yeah. Yes, twice. Why we on the twice? Why are we on the twice? I said twice now. When I was young, when I was a youngster around 18, and then later on when I was somewhere around in my latter 20s. In my latter 20s, yes. So, yeah, but like I said, you get to a point where you realize, this is not a good idea. Based on where I was trying to go, based on who I was trying to be, and whatever the case is, it just, wasn't a good plan. And looking back at it, I made an amazing escape. Whew. Some people are amazing friends, but horrible anything else. You mean, anyways, you know how some people just amazing friends, but horrible everything else? That was the situation where you have some people that are just amazing friends, but you know what? That's what y'all need to stay. Oftentimes we get bamboozled and hoodwinked and hornswoggled into thinking that because we have such an awesome relationship as friends, then we should be lovers and we should go further. But that's not always the case. Sometimes a person can match your vibe as a friend, but can't handle responsibility of being your other half. It's just, that's facts. That's the truth. They may be able to handle being your friend, because there's not a lot of responsibility in being somebody's friend, but there's a tremendous responsibility in being someone's other half. You know what I mean? And that's just really the situation. Yeah, so, but see, what you mean? What? When I get off here, I'm gonna tell you the two people, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, you know. Anyways, but that's the situation. So it's there is no solid reason why you should not be able to be cool with your ex. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes, you date somebody and they just don't need to be in your space. They don't need to be in your space. They don't need to be in your life. And that's fine. If you have deemed them unworthy to share your world, if you have deemed them unworthy to be a part of your world and your space, I can completely understand that. I get it. And I encourage you to preserve your peace and eliminate that person from your life. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that you should keep everybody in your life. But what I am saying, it should never be a situation where you have dated someone or you have married someone and now you can't stand to be in the same room. You can't talk to them none at all, whatever the case is. If you cannot stand to be in the same room or you cannot talk to that person, it means that you have unforgiveness. Now, let me throw a little Bible at you. The Bible says that if you do not forgive, then God cannot forgive you. In order for you to get forgiveness from God, you must forgive others. And here's the thing. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's an easy thing, but it can be easy. Not to say that I've mastered it, but forgiveness comes easy to me. Reason being, number one, I don't take a lot of things personal because I think a lot of times when people do things, they have certain issues that they are worrying about or that they need to work out, and it's really not about me. But say it is definitely about me. You know what? At the end of the day, for me to keep you in my mind space in an unforgiving state is giving you free rent in prime real estate. This is prime real estate right here. This is a multi-millionaire neighborhood, and I'm allowing you to live there for free, all because you said or did something that I didn't like? No, you got to go. All right, Kiel says, for me, the deal breaker was lying. Don't lie to me. He lied and cheated. Listen, Kiel, ladies, gentlemen, if you are on here, we got some fellas on here. Todrick was on. Todrick and I think Earl will be on in a minute. He's always on. But anyways, listen. Everybody lies. Everybody lies. Here's my recommendation when it comes to the whole lying situation. Here's my recommendation. Instead of being mad that they lied to you, ask yourself why. Try that. Don't blame yourself for them lying, but do take some kind of introspection and ask yourself why the person feel the need to lie to you. Like, you really gotta ask. Just take that angle for a minute. Just take the angle for a minute. Parents, even with your children, why does your child feel the need to lie to you? Why does your significant other feel the need to lie to you? Your friend. A lot of times, people lie for two reasons. It's gonna sound funny, but people lie for two reasons. There's two reasons people lie. Well, three. There's three reasons that people lie. Reason number one, and this is actually not, it's a rare situation, but it does exist. They are just flat out liars. There are some people that they lie just like they breathe. You know what I mean? Some people, like I said, them just lie. You go, you say, you know what, it's raining outside. Be like, no, they don't see no rain. They just lie because lie, you know them just lie. And then now you have people that lie because they're more frequently you run into people that lie because they're afraid of something. There's some consequence that they are afraid of. So therefore they feel the need to lie so as not to suffer that particular consequence. Ladies, a lot of men lie because they don't want to hear your mouth. Flat out. Just being honest. They'll rather lie than have to discuss this particular thing than if they tell the truth. They just don't want to hear it. It's just, if you could ever grasp the value of your quiet. Oh, bless God. All right. And then number three, which a lot of people don't want to admit, but it's actually the truth. The other reason the person will lie to you is because they actually care about you. And I know it's not popular. Oh, if you love me, you wouldn't lie to me. That's not true. That's not true. It doesn't even make sense. Because you're telling me I love you, and I know that if I tell you this thing, it's going to hurt you to your core. And you think I'm going to tell you? Why would I do that? Oh, it's better you lie to me than that. That's what people see. People, you know what? People say they want the truth, but you don't. You can't handle the truth. That's the truth. If you really want to talk about truth, most of us cannot handle the truth, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's if we are honest with ourselves, and that's what I'm saying. And one of the things that I always want y'all to get from me when we have these conversations, when we have these lives, is that I want you to get to a place where you just being 100% honest with you. Above everything else, be honest with you. Because how do you want people to tell you the truth when you won't tell yourself the truth? The fact of the matter is that everybody lies. I don't care who you are or where you come from, everybody lies. That's one of my favorite shows of all time was House, MD, Dr. Gregory House. And that was his famous line, everybody lies. And it's the truth because everybody does. For some reason or another, they lie. Like I said, either very rarely. I know y'all like to think different, and you think that the man that you got with falls into this category. Oh, the music's too loud? Hey, Google, turn the volume to 3. It's 3 that we roll on. Okay. I know you want to feel like the man that did you wrong or lied to you falls into this category, but it's a very rare category to find someone who's a compulsory liar. Now, don't get me wrong. I've run into somebody who lies for no reason. But in my 40 years, I've literally only ever ran into, let me be very generous with the number. I've literally run into maybe 4 people who lie for lying's sake. Them just lie. Them lie like carpet. Them just lie. Right? I want to run about 4 people who just genuinely just lie for lie's sake because, I don't know, it's something is off here. And here's the funny thing. People who lie just because they are liars usually don't think they're lying. It's strange, it's weird. But I definitely think it's a psychological disorder where people just tell lies for no reason. There's no consequence to be suffered. They're not even impressing anyone. You know what I mean? They just feel the need to just tell this particular lie for whatever reason. It's very rare that you find that person. So usually 99% of the people that you interact with on a regular basis are going to lie to you for one of 2 reasons. Number 1, they are afraid. Whether they are afraid you're going to yell, whether they are afraid that you're going to they're going to have some conversation about it. They're afraid they're going to lose something. Guess what? They might be afraid that they're going to lose you. Now you tell me, how horrible is that individual that is lying because he's afraid he's going to lose you, or she's lying because she's afraid she's going to lose you? How horrible is that person? I don't think they're horrible at all. And then, like I said, you have those that lie because they care about you. They care about your feelings. They care about, it's genuine. They care about your feelings. They care about how you go, baby, do I look fat in this dress? No. Let's blame the dress, right? April says, don't you find that people lie more today? I don't know. Until you throw their lie back in their faces, they'll keep doing it. Yes, habit forming. I mean, yeah, some people do have a habit of lying. You know what I mean? I remember when I was younger, when I was a youngster, preteen, teenager, even into my early 20s, like there were a lot of times where I found myself like lying for absolutely no reason. And that's because, you know what I mean, I don't want to get into a Dr. Phil moment, but I did live a lot of my preteen, teenage years, especially in fear. I lived a lot of that point in my life in fear. And it was not even necessarily fear of being abused or whatever the case is, but it was just one of those situations where I had a perception in my mind of what was, required of me, being in church, your parents are in church as well. You feel a responsibility to certain things. So a lot of times you lie to, a lot of times you lie to, maintain who people think you are. And, I remember that when I was in my teenage years, I spent a lot of time in my room by myself. Because when I go out, when I would go out into, say, the living room, for instance, and my family was in the living room, my mother and my brother, some way, somehow, it turned into something, the conversation, we're laughing, ha, 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 ha. But then it turned into something that I wasn't doing or should be doing better or whatever the case is. So, I mean, like I said, I did live a lot of my teenage years and even my 20s in fear. It took a concerted personal effort to get to a place where I just was not afraid of what folk had to say, where I was not afraid of responses that I would get, where I was not afraid of certain things. You know what I mean? And even now, like I said, my next birthday, I'll be 40. I'm still, there's still certain things that, you know what I mean? Fear is still triggered by certain things. But like I said, it's a lot of times people are lying. And once again, not excusing it. You know what I mean? You could choose to do whatever you want with this particular information. But I just want you to take another perspective when a person lies to you. You got to ask yourself, what makes this person feel that they would need to lie to me? Is my response the right response? Is my demeanor the right demeanor? You got to kind of take a little responsibility for yourself. All right. But as far as do I think people lie more today? No, I don't think people lie more today, April. I think people have always been lying. I think lying is just part of who people are. Once again, for those three reasons, like I shared with you, you're going to run into a folk that just lie, for any of these three given reasons. Husbands tell a lot of lies because they got to make sure that they are not withheld from that night. So they'll say whatever they got to say to make sure that they are not withheld from. All right. So once again, consequences. People trying to avoid consequences, so they lie. All right. Kiel says, no, if you eat my chicken wings and lie about it, that's cool. But to lie about not wanting to be together because you don't know my favorite food or color, boy, bye. I mean, once again, trying to preserve your feelings. You know what I mean? It's like, in hindsight, you could say, Kiel specifically, in hindsight, you could say, oh, it'd be better if he just be like, oh, straight up, oh, I don't want to be with you, whatever the case is. But you got to understand, it's not even necessarily what your response would be, but it's that individual's perception of what your response would be. Oh, that's good right there. Yeah, it's not really what your response would be. It's just the perception of the mind, the thought process that the individual has as to what they perceive your reception would be. So therefore they go another route and they beat around the bush and they get, you know what I mean? Talking about even when we're talking about dating, for instance, right? There are a lot of guys that will approach you as single ladies and they will say a lot of crap, not because they want to lie, but because they know that their chances of success with being 100 or keeping it 100, their chances of success are greatly diminished. April said, what hurts more, the truth or the lie? What should? Well, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, April. The lie only hurts if you find out it's a lie. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. The lie only hurts when you find out it's a lie. And like I said, if you really thought about it, I think most times when you were lied to, you can figure out. You should ask yourself why more so than be mad that you were lied to. It's just really what it is. Yeah, but the truth hurts. The truth does hurt. You know what I mean? The truth does hurt. I don't care what nobody says. The truth hurts. And at the end of the day, like most people, like I said, you don't really want to hear the truth. You know what I mean? The truth will set you free, but freedom is not always comfortable. Freedom ain't what it's cracked up to be. Y'all remember when you was in the house? We ain't forget that meme. Y'all remember when you were in the house and you couldn't wait to become an adult so you could be free? You want to leave the house and be free? And when you became an adult, you were like, yeah, this freedom thing ain't all it's cracked up to be, because this freedom thing costs. Yeah, you had the fridge open, you was standing in front of the fridge, looking, and when your mama tell you to move from the fridge and stop burning down the light, you thought you was tripping. Now you don't even turn on the light in your house because of that light bill. It's the cost of freedom. So it's just like I said, truth. It's difficult to be truthful with individuals who are not truthful with themselves. It's just really what it is. Kiel says, I want the truth, all of it, and not going to lie to you. Don't lie to me. Kiel, that's not true. You are going to lie. And like I said, it's like cliche comments like that people say that's just not true. It's absolutely not true that you're not going to lie. It's not true. It is not true. You can say you're going to mostly lie and mostly tell the truth, but no, everybody lies. One way or the other. Okay, I prefer knowing the truth. If we walk away, then so be it. What men fail to understand is women not leaving you because you slept. The woman is, okay. What men fail to understand is women not leaving because you slept with another woman. We just don't want it to continue. Break it down, find that shit where we move on. But see, that's the thing though. It's like, let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about the cheating, because we know a lot of women, and a lot of women leave men because they cheat. A lot of women leave men because they cheat. Now I'm going to make a comment. It's going to be a bit of a controversial comment, but I'm going to explain. So don't click off and get mad and start writing nasty things in the comments. A man cheating is a silly reason to leave him, ladies. This really is. Let me explain. For a man, sex does not mean the same thing as it does for a woman. Sex for a man is more physical in nature. And I know for a lot of you ladies, not saying you can't just be physical in nature, because I know somebody's going to get on here and be like, oh, we can be physical for us too, which I don't believe, but we're going to let you have it. But for one, most times your sex is more emotional. But for men, it's not as emotional. It really isn't. I told you in a previous live that a man can not like a woman at all. Not like her personality, don't want to hang out with her, don't want to take her nowhere, don't want to be nothing. But if that chance comes for him to have sex with her, especially if he's never had sex with her before, what we call new, right? What we call that new experience, then he can still have sex with her and enjoy the sex and hate the woman. So it's not, so like I said, him having sex with another woman is really not a commentary on you. It's not a commentary on your relationship, and it's definitely not a commentary on his feelings towards you or the relationship, because y'all see it all the time. Dudes have side chicks, and side chicks want to be the main chick. Oh, leave your wife. And dudes like, no, I'm not leaving my wife. Why? Because I love my wife. This is fun. This is, the equivalent to renting renting a Corvette for the weekend or whatever the case is. But I'm not going to leave my Bentley I got at the crib. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So what I would say would be more apropos to really leave a relationship for is if he establishes an entirely separate relationship with another woman. When I say establish that separate relationship, I mean he's paying bills, he's he's paying bills, he's spending time with the children, he's taking trips, he's doing, like, if he's investing in that other woman, then yeah, that's something to be mad at. That's something that you really should be mad about. April says, if someone is cheated on, if someone is cheating on someone, something is wrong in the relationship. That, April, once again, I understand why you would feel that way, but it's just not true. It's not facts. It is not facts. A man can have a perfectly wonderful relationship, and if an opportunity presents itself, he might take it. You know what I mean? And once again, it's like, okay, you're talking about, something being wrong with the relationship. Here's the thing. There's certain things that will encourage that kind of behavior. Like, one of the things that will encourage that kind of behavior is withholding. If you're mad and you're not giving it up, or whatever the case is, what does the Bible say about cheating? What does the Bible say about cheating? Okay. All right, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so if you are withholding, then that will promote. It really will. If every time that person is nagging, if you are a nagging type of woman, then somebody, and you don't listen to him and you don't support what he's doing, somebody's going to listen, somebody's going to support, and that will promote that type of behavior, especially if you have a weaker man. It's just what it is. However, like I said, because a man falls to temptation is not an accurate commentary on the relationship that he has. What's going on? Chino, how you feeling? Yeah, it's not an accurate representation as to what's going on in a relationship. And like I said, if you are willing, if you have a good man that falls into diverse temptation, then you might want to look into forgiveness, maybe some counseling, and work that out. Cheating is not a good reason to leave a otherwise good man. It just isn't. Antoinette says emotional cheating is worse. Now, that's the thing. If you have emotional cheating in your relationship, then your relationship has a problem. If he has to go elsewhere to express himself and to feel like a man, then yeah, then you got a problem. You know what I mean? If same thing for the ladies. If your lady has to go confide in another man or another person, you know what I mean, and share her feelings with that person or whatever, then I think that right there is a big um, issue. China says, I don't forgive my ex. Do you want to share why you don't forgive your ex? You can either come live or just type it. If you want to come on, come on. If you don't mind coming on camera, China, tell us why you don't forgive your ex, or if you just want to type it, let's see if we could talk it out a little bit. But emotional cheating is way more detrimental to a relationship than it is physical cheating. How is a man a good man if he is a chronic cheater? Okay. She said he's too cheap. That can't be a reason. What do you mean he's too cheap? China. Anywho, but okay, he's too cheap. So he doesn't buy you things. He doesn't what? What makes him cheap? Okay, so how can a man be a good man if he's a chronic cheater? Well, once again, is he taking care of his business at home? Is he providing for his family? Is he a good father? Is he otherwise, like I said, other than the fact that he likes some strange every now and then, is he, taking care of you? You know what I mean? Is he taking care of you? Is he there for you? Is he, you know what I mean? Like there is, eliminate the sexual infidelity. Is he a good person? Aside from that, that's how he's a good man if he's a chronic, and then that's another thing too. What do you call a chronic cheater? You know. She like her side dude better. Listen, let me say this. Listen, side dudes who know their role is, that's. Anyways, let me not go down that road just quite yet. So that's the thing. Like, if you have somebody that is taking care of you, he's handling business as a man should. He's a good father to your children, and like I said, he's there for you emotionally and otherwise. Like I said, that I think that qualifies as a good man. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, April, everybody has their weaknesses. Everybody has their shortcomings. You know what I mean? Everybody has their weaknesses. Everybody has their shortcomings. All right, China want to come on and say what China's talking about tonight. Because I feel like we're about to start something.
Hello, church.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you? So, okay, so you want to know what? I'm not showing my face because I look a mess right now. So,
girl, you can look a mess if you tried. All right.
child, please. I ain't got makeup on today.
You do not forgive your ex.
Okay, the reason why I don't forgive him because he was being too cheap at the end of our relationship, and he just did too many cheap activities, just too much cheap stuff for me. And then the new little dude that I was messing with on the side, he was doing more for me than my main dude. So that's why I will never forgive him, because he should know what to do and he wasn't doing it. So I'm not never gonna forgive him for doing the cheap stuff. I don't want to.
Let me ask you this. Let me speak up for cheap. But did you know he was cheap before he became your main dude?
No, I didn't know he was cheap because the first 3 months he spent a lot of money. So he was just trying to impress me, I guess. And that's how he got me.
So he spent a lot of money. He got your attention, and then he just cut out. He just stopped.
He just started being the real cheap person that he is. And if I would have knew he was this cheap, I would have never dated him.
Okay. What is cheap to you?
Oh God, I have to tell you when we. Yeah. I have to tell you.
What is cheap to you? Because
a lot of people would say if I say it, they'll say that I was ungrateful, but it's not. Trust me. That's why this is something you and I will have to discuss, because I don't want all my personal business out there. But
all right, we'll talk about it.
But the side dude, and then there's another thing with island guys. He's American. I really don't. No offense to the African American, men, but I like the island guys. My side dude was Haitian. They do more. I don't have to ask for certain things. So I can't really subject myself to be dating an American guy, because it's like they don't know what to do with a woman.
Okay.
Hey, That's my experience.
That's your experience. Oh, just to be clear, this is not April. This is China.
Oh, I could be April. I could be April.
No,
If
it
that's.
was a person.
Oh, sorry.
So the question now, okay, so here's a good question. The question is
Mm-hmm.
on here, like, so do you consider yourself, or would you, or would, well, okay, two questions. Do you consider
Mm-hmm.
yourself, or would others consider you a gold digger?
I'm not a gold digger. I can't be a gold digger. I have my own business. I have investment properties. I have more than probably the average man that I'm dating. And then
That
you
is
can,
facts.
that's big facts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a whole nother tax bracket. I'm in six figures. You understand? So I have to date equal. And if I am a gold digger, I don't care, because you think I'm gonna date somebody, they gonna dig all my gold, but I can't dig for theirs. What kind of sense does that make, right? So I'm supposed to get used. I'm making $500,000 and $600,000 a year. They supposed to come in and get on my, get everything that I didn't invested all these years of leverage. And no, that's not happening.
Okay, so let me answer this question though. So was he earning equivalent to what you were earning, or
more than me, probably 3 times. That's why I couldn't understand why he was being so cheap.
oh,
And then the Asian guy doesn't even make as much, but he does more. And you know what's the crazy thing? The Haitian guy, he does meaningful things. That's the difference.
okay.
Like he'll say, okay, you need a spa, babe. Oh, what you doing Saturday? I'm like, nothing. Okay, I got something planned for you at the spa. Little stuff. You understand? My ex got all this money and he's still a freaking lame.
Okay, so then why not have that dude as your main dude? Why is he?
Because he's just getting out of a relationship.
Okay.
Also.
So he's just getting a relationship.
Also.
Okay, so how long have you and him been talking?
4 years when I was talking to my boyfriend prior.
You say 4 years?
We've been friends 4 years, but we just started kicking it when he got out of his relationship. See, when he was trying to date me, I was in a relationship. Men who don't think what they said, men, what I can't see in my screen.
Who don't think they deserve you tend to do more for you.
Oh. That makes sense.
That's another thing, because it especially, I think a lot of it has to do with just your overall confidence level as well. Because like I said, if you feel like you don't add up, then you're going to compensate with finances. You're going to compensate with things, or with doing things, depending on the brother that you're dealing with. It seems as though your your main dude, he impressed you, he got you, and now he kind of feels like he don't need to do that no more.
Trying to throw the bag at me like, oh, I'll buy you this, and I'm like, I don't even like you. If you buy me a truck, I might run you over with the same truck that you bought me. So you can keep your truck. I don't want anything from you. And like I tell any woman, I don't have a problem with meeting men, period. I don't know why women say the men are hard to find, it's dogs. That's not true. You put yourself in a great position in life, you can meet anybody. I meet amazing men. My ex-boyfriend just happened to be an amazing cheap ass man. Oops, sorry. He just happened to be one of those cheap ones. You understand? And he's cheap with every woman he's ever dealt with, because I did my research study.
So then, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so if he's been cheap with every woman he's ever dated, did you think he was not going to be cheap with you? Is that what it's about?
No, because I got a lot of stuff out of him, but I had to pull it, like I was trying to pull the Holy Spirit up out of him. I had to pull it out of him.
What that means?
Sometimes
so you had to put the work, basically.
No, I had to pull what I needed from him. It was a lot of work, but he still was cheap with it. Even though he gave it to me. If I'm your woman and I have to say, hey, I need this, and then you want me to cook, clean, the S word, you can say you want, I can't, because you got a lot of church people on here.
Full grown.
You want head, booty, and cock, but then you don't want to, do what you want to do. And I'm not. I guess that's when my gold diggerish kicks in. Yeah.
Okay, so you have one person that Julian's asking, did you lie to pull it out? How did you pull it out?
So I threatened him.
Okay.
I told him if he didn't do X, Y, and Z, I was gonna effing kill him. And yeah, because no, I did. I told him, I was like, if you don't do it, I'm gonna effing kill you. I'm like, I'm so serious because I need to be successful, and you're playing with my success. You understand? You don't put me in a position to be successful, to help me exude success, and then you try to take it from me. It's not going down like that. And the next day, he had his attorney send me a paper, and he signed over some property. Hello, God bless you. Yes. And Mama walked away with 3 investment properties. Woo! Thank you. Won't he do it, ladies? It can be done. Trust me.
Okay. First of all, China, I don't want you to have these ladies out here thinking that everybody can do what you're doing. Number one.
No, yes, they can. No, they're not going to say that. No, we're not going to say that. You cannot put that in that. Yes, they can be whatever they want to be. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Don't say that.
Not everybody has that leverage.
They don't. I never had that leverage.
What you mean?
How long it took me to get to leverage where I am, though? You know how many women are in better situations than I was? You understand? Than I was when I started? They can do it. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Now you want to go back and forth. We can't.
No, we don't have to go back and forth, but here's the facts.
Go ahead. Your facts.
Number one, you look like you do.
That doesn't mean anything.
That means a lot. Number two, you don't have certain responsibilities as far as children and so on and so forth. Number three, like you said, you got your own bag to the tunes of, mid 6 figures. You get what I'm saying?
Steve, what you doing out here, Steve? What my folks doing out here?
Steve got to hear what China got to say. No, all that stuff makes a difference. Everybody can't pull that.
Well,
life and get 3 properties. That's not gonna happen.
She said, Antoinette said, looks is a bit. Yeah, you're right, Ned. Yeah, you are. But listen to this, guy.
You know me. No, I only talk what I know.
Yeah, you're right. But check this. They can be pretty and bad now because with all the surgery. So there's no excuse.
Yeah, but they need money to have the surgery.
You can sleep with men for money. If you sleeping, my mama always tell me, if you're gonna be sleeping out here for free, you might as well get you a couple of dollars. I'm sorry. And you know,
that's not good advice.
That is not, well, it's not good advice for women to be laying up with these men, and then every night he coming to your house and he's not putting food on your table. He's not even trying to take you to the spa. He's not trying. That's the wrong. That's false. That people teach women the wrong things. Listen, it's not about sleeping with men.
I'm gonna keep 100 with you. You know I always do. Listen, I don't see the point of really any woman who is attractive, who is doing her thing, who out here messing with broke dudes. I don't really see.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Messing with broke dudes. Just me.
Okay, I appreciate that.
But what I'm saying is, look.
Antoinette, you better invite. See, Antoinette said I'm invited to her family events. Please DM me because I should become that. That's my new friend, and don't get jealous because she didn't invite you.
Antoinette's my cousin.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'll see you at the family event. Since you didn't even invite me.
No, but see, once again, but then now it's like you have that hustler mindset though. You've had it for a while. You know what I mean? You got a couple businesses that you're doing. You, like you say, you got some properties, some that you threatened to do to get, but you had other properties before that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I know your business, so don't make it seem as though it's just any female could do this, because they can't, China.
You know what's the difference? I'm humble. That's the best part. And a lot of people, they aren't. You would never know I own or do anything if I never told you. Never, because I don't believe in belittling and demeaning people just to make yourself look good.
True.
Because that's not good, because you can be up today and down tomorrow.
Yeah, but like I said, the situation that you're in, like I said, there's certain factors that help give you leverage in life. Period. It's just really what it is.
But I will tell you that that's like sort of kind of giving, like you're saying, it's false hope for other women, and it's not true.
You say it's false hope for other women? No, I'm just,
because,
like I said, when you deal with men, especially men that make a certain amount of money,
Right.
certain situations give you more leverage than others. It's just.
But I say this, I used to weigh 215 pounds.
I remember.
And I always had a boss dude with money. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
You was weighing 215 pounds with some serious curves. Like I said, you ain't had
it. Oh my God.
you ain't had no dependence.
Oh.
Okay. So
Hard. But that's not true because my mom had 7 kids, 7 baby daddies, and she was, before she died, God bless her, dead last a couple of months ago, she still had the first baby daddy and the second baby daddy. She was dating both of them. My mom never worked. So I can't understand it because kids doesn't find a person.
how many people, once again, number one, how many people can do that, and how many people want to do that? You know what I'm saying? It's not. We would love to say that everybody has equal opportunities, but everybody just doesn't. And then the circle of the kind of guys that you're dealing with, the circle of men that you're dealing with as well, that makes a difference. Because you know what I mean. Ain't a lot of 500,000 and up dudes in church, for instance, for the church girls that's on here.
But it doesn't matter. Okay, so
when it like legit.
Okay, so the regular guys. So I dated the regular guys also. And the regular guys are very consistent. To me, I prefer that because when they're getting paid every 2 weeks, they're going to put me on their insurance. They're going to put me on their life insurance. Okay, as a woman, no, listen.
Go ahead.
As a woman, why are we dating a man? I am cooking for you. I am cleaning your house. I am doing all this explicit stuff in the bedroom, encouraging you to be a better man, buying underwear, doing all of this XYZ. But you can't even put me on your insurance policy. No way. And then you barely want to pay half. You're going to give me, you're not going to pay my rent. You're going to pay half. Okay? Because you're going to say you stay at your house and you still got to pay your rent and my rent. So I'm supposed to still do it. Yeah, you see, I'm supposed to do everything you could in my house. And what's the benefit for it for me? And then when I ask for money, I'm a gold digger. But when you ask for sex, that's normal.
Okay, so here's the thing. But here's what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Jana. Do you, is marriage something that you desire?
Yes, I want to be married. I was going to get married to Mr. Cheapy, but he just was too cheap, and I didn't want a cheap wedding. So I didn't marry him. I called it off. I told him, I was like, no, I'm not going to marry you because you're cheap. You got to you have to know people for who they are. We have to believe people for who they are and not try to fake. If it's a problem with the sex, we got to tell them, listen, your sex is horrible. I can't marry you. We got to work on this. We either going to go get a penis extension, a pump. You're going to have to do some sex classes, but you're going to wind up hurting this person in the long run. I was going to cheat on him. And I was going to meet a dude with more money that was going to treat me better, and I was going to leave him. So why would I be with him? Why would I be with him?
I don't know why you'd be with him.
I told him I'm not going to be with him, and he said I'm crazy and I need to go see a psychiatrist because something is wrong with my brain.
Well, like I said, it's a matter of what it is that's important to you, what it is that you're looking for.
See, look what April said. See? No, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Look. When I'm telling you, you see what April said? Women, it's just hard for us to say it. So sometimes it takes for a different type of person to say it because sometimes I be seeing certain things on the shade room and I be wanting to say certain things, but I can't. But then sometimes you be in a certain situation, you like, let me pour out what I can because I can't really say it in other places because you know how it is with me and my platform. I can't really say too much, but if I'm with somebody like you and we're having a conversation, but I'm telling you, ladies, do not be dealing with these dudes if they aren't giving you anything, period. We can get sex from anybody. You better get you a little friend who you just have sex with. If you want to just have sex and do an exchange or whatever, but don't do it.
You said exchange.
Exchange. What? You pay my, listen, it's Corona. Corona. A lot of people not working. The only thing people are doing right now, I don't care what people say, the only thing people are doing right now is having sex. That's the only thing you can do. Really.
I think there's a lot. I think we're gonna have a new baby.
We're gonna have to just be for real. Can we just be honest with the church people?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the only thing we can really do if we got a partner. How many people getting pregnant right now and getting married? Something going good. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
I done had to turn down like 6 boyfriends because everybody desperate. No, I'm not the only one.
Lonely.
I'm not the only one who got that deal popping.
People lonely out here. But okay, so back to topic though. But if he was cheap or whatever the case is, then I don't think it's something that you should hold him in your heart for. You got to forgive him, baby. You got to let him go. Actually, you got to forgive him so your whole mental space, your energy, can flow right. Because unforgiveness will cause that stuff to be blocked up. Because you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. It's like, think about it. You're having a positive day, right? Things are going good. You think about a particular person, it switches your mood, it switches your positivity, and you gotta get that out of your space. And that's what unforgiveness is. Unforgiveness is negativity that you're harboring. So you know what I mean? It's something where if you have cut this guy, are you still with the dude? You cut?
Oh no, honestly, I was just kidding. I was trying to have a topic with that part. I really don't. I'm not an emotional person like that, honestly. So I don't.
Yeah, no, forgive.
Yeah,
be a big part of it.
But I still use him though. I uses him.
You say you use him?
Yeah, because he likes me now, so I uses him. Because now he wants me, so I use him and ask him for money and stuff like that. Because my mom always told me the easiest way to get rid of a man is to ask for money. Right?
Well, it depends on the man.
It depends on if you're a cheap person.
If he cheap, definitely.
Yeah, and the more I'm asking him for money, the he stopped. Like the calls are stopping. It's like slowing down.
So you just getting while the getting's good, and then it be done. Just
okay. Boy. I hope he gets a girlfriend like a lot. He needs a girl that's really like I'm too much for him. He needs a nice church girl.
I mean,
Somebody.
China, you a little bit. Not everybody can just roll up on China and think they gonna handle China.
Yeah, I am a lot, but that's what I'm saying. I wish I could put him down with a nice girl.
There's some ladies on here that might want to nice.
If you want to date
it was cheap, they might be willing to work with that.
I send you his way. And if you get some money out of him, you better not leave me out, or I'm gonna tell him it was a scam and we did it and set him up.
Break off the finder's fee.
But I believe somebody else wants to get in. I'm not gonna hold up the time because that would be very, 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 very bad.
All right, Jada. Well, thank you for coming on. I think you brightened up the whole situation.
But we still put me on the show.
You and I got to come by the new spot. China has a salon and suites down in is that North Miami?
Oh no, you definitely wrong. I know you're not trying to promote something you don't know nothing about. You got
I don't even.
You supposed to say and pause and let me. It's in Miami Gardens, Miami Salon Suites. I am in Miami Gardens, 17845 Northwest 27th Avenue. We've been in business 14 years. I've been in business 14 years. I have salon suites affordable for the community. If you know someone who's looking for a salon suite to be their own boss, to sell their own products, we have salon suites going for a reasonable price. So make sure you get at me.
So listen, on the 13th.
Instagram, celebrity. Follow me on Instagram, celebrity. Follow me on Facebook, China Gauze Lopez. My Snapchat is private.
What's the Instagram for the suite? Salon.
Miami Salon Suite.
Okay, Miami Salon Suite. So trying to listen on the 13th. I got a paint and sip and an R&B party going on, and you got.
Is it gonna be some nice guys there?
We gonna bring them out. So you got to.
It's gonna be a lot of women. I'm not coming.
No, you coming.
Not a lot of women.
No, it's not. You're gonna be some fellas there. We gonna paint. We gonna do some R&B. We gonna paint and sip, and we gonna do some R&B on.
It's gonna be like naked paint with the guys?
We not naked. Why would I have a naked? Look here. I'm gonna send you the flyer.
She said, "Bring Mr. Chief."
Yeah, bring me.
Talk to me. He
Here's your
blocked
buddy
me.
while you at it. So I'm gonna send you the flyers on the 13th of February. It's a Saturday before. It's not Valentine's Day, so you can pick one of your friends for Valentine's Day. And you know, February 15th is National Side Dude Valentine's Day.
No, but
So,
I'm single. I'm single this time.
so yeah. So the folk want to meet you. Come sign some autographs. February.
Them photos
Up in Oakland. It's up in it's up my way. 7217
some good food.
Park Boulevard. So I'm gonna send you.
Okay, the flyer. I'll be there. Okay, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna go on in your DM so I can let somebody else talk.
All right, slide on me, girl.
And if it's not good, I'm getting back on. So everybody better be hot. Make it juicy.
We got it.
Some real tea. We probably can do. We need to do the podcast. Because we did good engagement.
We got to do. We'll talk. But thank you for coming on.
Okay, peace out, brother.
All right, so that was Miss China. Now, like I said, Miss China is a businesswoman. She has multiple businesses. She makes really, really solid, good money, and she, is. She looks like. Y'all didn't see her picture. You can go to her Facebook and check her out. But she looks like an Instagram model, but she's really about the business. And she's actually going to be a part of a project that I'm working on where we highlight women who are really just bossing up. So she's bossing out here. So her experiences, she's like I said, what happens is that you're exposed depending on how you operate, where you operate, you're exposed to different types of individuals. You know what I mean? You're exposed to different types of individuals. So the individuals that she's exposed to, she already laid down that what she needs, what she requires, what she got to have. And that's pretty much what it is. And she can get that. And that's the thing. A lot of times, ladies, like, y'all get what you need, what you desire if you draw the line on certain things. It's just really what it is. Brother Eric, how you doing, man? God bless you, my brother. It's been a minute since I seen you. God bless you. All right, so but she brings up a good point though. Like honestly, if I was a female, I'd operate way differently than I see a lot of you ladies operate. You know, there's the guy with potential is always I'm with the guy with potential. You know what I mean? All right, April, thank you so much for coming on, baby. You have yourself a beautiful, beautiful night. All right, so Kia, you say you wanted to come on and say something. Go ahead. If you hit that button, if you want to come on and say something. But yeah, like I was telling China, like, you know, a lot of times the negativity is stored up because we have unforgiveness in our heart, and we really have to be able to let that stuff go. All right. So Miss Kia want to come on and she want to say something. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
With all the fro. Go ahead.
I was just doing my hair, and I'm like, let me get on here real quick because y'all playing.
I'm with you. So what would you like to say?
My whole thing is this, going back to the whole cheating, lying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. It's not the fact of the cheating. You don't have to lie. What you lying for? Well, why you gotta lie?
What you mean?
That's dumb. Lying to me is stupid. Lying is so dumb.
Once again, you feel like it's dumb because you choose not to lie in certain situations. But in any case,
I don't lie in any situation. If you ask, you ask me a question,
I'll talk to you later. But we'll go with that. If we don't lie in any situation, we'll go with that. Sure. Let's have that. You hold on to that. You believe that with all your heart. I'm with you.
Because it's the truth.
But either way, like I said, I'm not making excuses for it, but I'm just trying to let you get a different perspective. He is not going to think that it's okay to hurt your feelings. No man who cares about any female whatsoever feels like it's okay to hurt their feelings. It's just flat out. Even if you say you can handle it, even if you say, oh, I want the truth, Yet still, I am not going to feel like it's okay to hurt your feelings. I don't want to be responsible for hurting your feelings. And if I have to hurt your feelings or turn you down or break up with you or do something else, then I'm going to try to do it in the least hurtful way possible if I care about your feelings. Now, don't get me wrong.
But that's what I'm
If you're in
saying.
a situation where dude just don't care no more, then he gonna tell you what's up. Antoinette
But
said,
that's what I'm saying. Why?
if they know they will lose you. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I know that you about to be gone because I cheated, why would I be like, oh, I cheated?
But the cheating, that's the thing. The cheating came after the lie. I'm gonna go ahead and do story time real quick. So I was 21. Yeah, 21.
All right, so last week,
And see, that's what I'm talking about right here.
go ahead.
Right here.
Go ahead.
Anywho, I was 21. Me and the dude, we were friends in high school. He's a year older than me, 2 years older than me, whatever. So we finally got together. Everybody always thought we were together, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Finally got together. I told him up front,
Mm-hmm.
straight away, regardless of if you think it's going to hurt my feelings, don't lie.
Go ahead.
I just like, don't lie. That's just it. So we together. I had a dream, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I had a dream. Go ahead.
And Martina look at me up in here. Anyways, so
You had a dream, Jesus.
I asked him. I'm like, yo, you talking to somebody else? No, no, no. Like, okay, something still ain't feel right. Found out because I was going home from work. I saw him drive in front of me. I called him. I said, babe, you home? Oh yeah, I'm just waking up. But nigga, I just saw you. No, 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 no. I just saw you drive past me. Just saw you. Okay. Oh, okay, well, I'll let you go back to sleep because I know you got to get up for work. Never made it to work because I know he ain't make it to work because I called the job.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make it to work.
Okay.
I said, okay. So he blowing up my phone because now he know I done called the job.
Okay.
Blowing up my phone, not answering. So I asked the question again when he came, because he came to my job because I wasn't answering the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you this again. Just don't lie. Lied again to my face. Oh, I feel like I don't know you. I feel like I know so-and-so at my job better than you. Oh, yeah, so now you done told on yourself. So now you and so-and-so over here having intimate conversations about colors and favorite food. What is this? What is this? Oh, no. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because we first of all, we not going to use that as an excuse because you can ask me my favorite food and color. Anybody that knows me know it's purple and Chinese food. Don't play with me like that. Like, don't play with me like I'm dumb.
I thought it was ribs. All right. So, no, but
I don't eat pork like that, remember?
Yeah, you
I don't eat pork like that.
Yeah, Kale don't eat pork like that. Just bacon and ribs. All right. So,
That's it.
more pork left. All right. So, Julia's question. So, why do something that you know will hurt if she knows? Because there is what should.
Thank you.
There is what should be, and there's reality. At the end of the day, reality says that something is going to be done that you are not going to like. One of the things I tell the folk, even in the hardest times, I'm like, I'm going to say something that you don't like. I'm going to offend you in some type of way. I don't promise anybody that I've never hurt. I've never promised somebody that I will never hurt them. I never promised somebody that I never lied to them. I don't make them promises because I live in the we are taught by music, by television, by movies, by talk shows. We are taught to make these promises to people that we just cannot keep at the end of the day. Because here's the thing, in order for me to keep you, this is what a relationship is. In order for me to keep you happy, I'm gonna have to be unhappy. That's relationship. Reason being, because what makes a single person happy versus what makes a couple happy are two completely different things. And a lot of times we get in situations where we are coupling with single people. Don't couple with single people. Couple with somebody who ready to couple. So you're going to have single activities in your coupling if you are coupling with single folks. And like I said, dude stepped out on you, which is wrong. Shouldn't have stepped out on you. But you're going to ask him if he stepped out. There's not, unless dude just don't care no more, unless he just, you know what, I'm done. Forget Kia. I don't care nothing about the feelings. Ain't a dude on God's green gonna be like, oh yeah, I stepped out. It's not gonna happen.
See, but here's the
you
thing.
You want it to happen. You say, oh, I told him don't. It doesn't mean anything that you told him don't.
No, what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is, and I agree with what you're saying. It's more so the lie instead of the cheating. And the reason why I say that is this, because I felt like my freedom, quote unquote, got taken away because I wasn't able to make that choice if I wanted to stay with you or not. It wasn't the cheating, it's the lying. Now you took away my voice, you took away my choice. That's the unfairness of it. That is the main problem.
I get it, and I agree with you because I've had a lot of women. I've had conversation with a lot of women. And they're like, okay, well, give me the choice. Do I want to be with you? Do I want to share you? Do I want to be with you and somebody at the same time? Give you the choice. Give you the choice. But once again, you got to understand, it's not about how you feel about it. It's about how the person who is presenting that situation feels about it. And if they happen, like I said, I'm not saying it's right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's right. If you want to go right or wrong, then we could go, it's wrong. If the question is it right, is it wrong? It's wrong. Is lying right? Is lying wrong? It's wrong. We know it's wrong all day. Unequivocally, it is wrong. Okay. However, if within the midst of that wrongness is how I perceive the situation. And if I perceive the situation a certain way, I'm going to do what is necessary to preserve my sanity, to preserve my lie, to preserve my, preserve my situation. It's just how it goes. And Julian asked why I do so much. Well, you do so much once again because I'm here defending unscrupulous activities. I'm not defending it.
Right?
There's two different things. Let's be clear. I'm not defending. I'm trying to explain. Now, the reason why you do so much is because you don't want to let go of one situation until you are solid in the other. It's just how it goes. You don't want to give it sure if you're unsure, right? And it's just,
I'm American.
Let me read a couple. China said that's why you get that head in bed and leave. You know what? I don't know about this advice, China. This and that.
I mean, if she on point, she on point. You got to give her that.
Oh man, she said always started with a friendship to avoid getting your feelings hurt.
We did,
but we
started off as friends. That's the problem. But this is the whole thing, and it does go back to what you said earlier, that the person may have lied to not lose you. I was doing everything. That's why he became comfortable. I, Kiel Diane Doherty, take full responsibility
the whole government
for that.
Okay.
Whole government. I take full responsibility of that. And I know I did. I know I did too much. I am a too much person. That's one of my love languages. Doing too much.
I don't think doing too much is a love.
I mean, let me call it what I want to call it. Just sit down.
But here's the thing about the doing too much. A lot of women do too much. I will say that. A lot of women do too much too early. Right?
Yes.
Now, if you have somebody that is holding you down, that's, there for you, in China's case, that's dishing out the bread whenever you're ready.
Right?
Whenever you need it. As you say, give you that head in bed, all of that. and you want to go all out for that individual, by all means. But I think a lot of women do too much to hold on to a fella. No, here's the thing. Don't do too much to hold on to a fella. Do too much for a fella that you have a grasp of. Ah, that's good, right? Think of an offering. When you got it, go all out. But don't go all out to get him.
Come on then, somebody.
Hey, y'all better buy my book. All right. Yeah, no. The one that's holding you down, the one that is there for you, the one that you can call and they'll come running, the one that, and see, and that's the problem. And, let me cuss y'all out a little bit. See, y'all want to do the nice guy dirty. And the nice guy is the one that's going to hold you down. The nice guy is the one that's going to be there for you. The nice guy is the one that you can call when your tie go out, but all of a sudden, you don't go all out for him. No, you go all out for buddy that ain't about nothing. You go all out for them 8-inch niggas. Where's Darren at? I need to borrow work. You go all out for them dudes that's not treating you right, thinking that if you do, they are going to act right. That's not how it goes. You putting the cart before the horse. Act right got to come before do. You can't do so that he'll act right. You got to do because he's acting right. You don't do to.
I do right for the nice guy. It's never a don't. It's never a don't do right for the so and so guy. I've done good for the nice guy. My whole thing is I don't want no yes man.
What you mean? See,
because
you know what?
Let me explain. Can I explain?
I'm gonna tell you why I'm angry. I'm gonna tell you what it is. What my problem is. My problem is that
I'm getting a finger point.
Nice guy. That's the nice guy that be looking out. He trying to make you comfortable. He trying to make sure that you are all right, and you want to call him a yes man. You want to call him soft. You want to call him a simp.
I didn't call nobody
nice gentleman. And see, y'all don't appreciate no gentleman in this day and age. See, that's what the problem is with y'all. Y'all don't want a gentleman. You want a thug. You want no hood niggas. That's what you want. And then
no.
Right? Then all of a sudden, you wanna wonder what happened. I tell you what happened. You should have paid more attention to the nice guy.
Gotta dodge the fingers.
That was willing to give you what you want. See, China was with this one dude, and he wouldn't. Then she got with a nice guy that's willing to do whatever, even though he don't have as much. See, the nice guy is who y'all need to be checking for. But I digress. You were saying.
Can I say something now to dodge the fingers?
Go ahead.
Everything.
Go ahead.
Jesus. What I'm saying is there's aggressiveness, and I don't want to use the word aggressive as in bad, but there's an aggressiveness that men have. Women go for men that they believe can protect them. Now, don't do the face. What I'm saying is, if I feel like I'm not protected with that guy, that's why I normally go for bigger dudes, because a bigger dude compared to dude that's 125 compared to dude that's 330.
First of all, just because he's a nice guy to you, don't mean he's a punk out here in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? Just because he's you don't mean he's a punk in these streets. But I do get what you said. I do understand, because you do want to feel secure, whatever the case is, and I get it. And I think the environment that you grow up in makes a big difference as to the kind of guy.
Right, Julian?
Attracted to.
I'm mad.
Guy that you really want, or whatever the case is. But like I was saying, back to the topic. If you got a situation, even though you may be okay in that situation, a lot of times people are not satisfied in their situation. They may be okay, but that don't mean they satisfied. But because they're okay, they want to switch their situation, but they don't want to switch it until they are solid in the next situation. And that's where you end up in that middle ground where they are interviewing other relationships while trying to maintain the bare minimum over here to keep it going or whatever the case is. And that's why, ladies, a lot of times you have guys that, you know, will come over once a week, you know what I mean? Or guys that will check on you, you know, twice a week, they'll check on you or whatever the case is. And every time they check on you, they want to come by. It's because they're trying to keep you in the pocket. And a lot of
Or once a month
men
for some
will
people.
try to keep you in the pocket if you let them. It's just, it's just flat out what the situation is. They will try to keep you in the pocket if you let them. But I think that to really expect to never be lied to is a bit naive and it's a bit unrealistic. I'm sorry to tell you. To expect there to be a bit naive, it is a bit unrealistic. You're going to be lied to, and I think in that situation, especially for you, Kiel, I think that the fact that he did lie to you and you found out was a blessing, because then you could cut it, because then you may have, being as do too much as you are, you may have tried to do more things to outdo the other person or whatever the case is. And then that would just put you in a whole other category of heartache, which is never a place you need to be. You got to be with somebody who's 100 for you and not trying to 50-50 a situation.
Agreed, and I appreciate that because I had a whole long list of things set up for this one person, but hey, it ended how it ended. He called me a couple of months ago. I don't know why, but
No,
I,
here's the thing. I'll tell you this. When you have somebody who, like a lot of times when men have somebody who will go all out for them or have their back or, you know, is looking out for them or willing to do for them, even when they mess up that situation, don't forget it. And they'll usually try to come back. So, you
I
know,
don't know what for.
I suggest that you don't open that door, don't open that window. All right. But
I'm not.
coming on and sharing with us on tonight. Thank you so very much and all your phroness.
Appreciate it.
All right. Y'all can check out
It is Black History Month.
go see Miss Kiel down at Bowlegs Barbecue, located at somewhere down in Miami, off 183rd, I think.
Wow.
I know how to get there. I'm not tell you to get there. I mean, you want to throw out the address or what you want to do?
Sure, 250 Northeast 167th Street.
Yes, 167. That's what I meant. All right.
Good night.
So thank you so much.
Oh, and I will be at
The paint and sip,
sipping thing.
paint
Yeah.
sip, and the '90s R&B party is on the 13th of February. It's gonna be lit. Make sure y'all come out. All right. Make sure y'all come out and bring your friends,
Hopefully that
ladies,
make the age bracket.
male friends, and bring them on out as well. Net, bring the whole bonnet. We ain't afraid of the bonnet. We gonna bonnet chronicles
No.
tonight, Antoinette. Bring them on. All right, yeah. Thank you, baby. Have a
Later.
good night. Yeah. So, yeah, Ned, we're gonna bonnet chronicles tonight. Bring the whole bonnet. So yeah, listen. Unforgiveness will mess up your whole flow. You got to be able to breathe easy no matter what situation you find yourself in. You got to be able to have positive energy flowing through you. You know, for the good church folks, you got to let the Holy Spirit continue to flow. Unforgiveness is one of those things that's like a blockage in your heart that will cause your whole flow to get messed up. So I know that they did the most horrible thing to you, right? I know they did the most horrible thing to you, but it's not even about forgiving them so they can feel better. It's about you cleansing yourself of that situation, of that person, of that hate, of that negativity. It's very, very cleansing to be able to forgive people no matter what they've done to you. Now, I know that some situations are a little bit more difficult than others, right? I know situations are more difficult than others, but it really, really needs It really, really needs to be done. It's our wrong person. Yeah. So, but that's the key to this thing. Understanding that your forgiveness or your forgiving somebody is not about them. You forgiving somebody is about you. That ex, forgiving that ex is not about them. It's about you. I know they cheated, and here's one. Let's be real about it. Not everybody can speak to it, but some of you can. Sometimes you get out of relationships because they were abusive. Sometimes they were physically abusive, where they put their hands on you, and it's very difficult to forgive that person because they put their hands on you. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're verbally abusive and mentally abusive, where they put you down and they try to make you feel like you are nothing. Right? And then other times, even within relationships, there is sexual abuse, right? But even if it's not in relationships, there are a lot of times, let's jump out of relationship mode real quick and just jump into life mode. A lot of times in life mode, you have, I can't say it like you though, Julian, so come on. A lot of times in life, you have, I know it's a sad statistic in my life personally. It's a sad statistic. I know more women who have been sexually abused than I know women who haven't. And a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people don't talk about sexual abuse that happens to little girls and young women as they grow up, right? So there's not, but even in, that's one of the worst possible things that could happen, especially to a young lady or to anybody really, especially when it's somebody that you trusted, somebody that was supposed to take care of you, somebody that was supposed to care for you, or whatever the case is. But you still have to find a way to forgive that person, to let that go so that it doesn't shape your other relationships. A lot of your past relationships are affecting your present relationships because you haven't been able to forgive and let it go. A lot of your past experiences are governing your future experiences because you haven't been able to let it go. All right. Antoinette said, all my exes want to get back in my bed even if they don't want to be with me. My love is like, whoa. I no behavior. No, but yeah, it has to be a situation. It has to be a situation where you are willing to forgive, because if you can forgive, then you may find a great friend in your ex. If you can learn to forgive, then you might find a great ally or business partner in somebody that did not work out as a life partner. Like I said, just because they're not a life partner don't mean they're not a business partner. Because they're not a life partner don't mean they can't be a good friend. You have to be willing to forgive. All right, now Miss Julian coming on. Come talk to me. What happened? You declined. I thought you were coming on. Okay, so Kill asked the question, do I have any exes or friends that want to get with you? That's two different questions. Do I have any exes that want to get with me? I'm sure, but I think they know where I stand with that. You know what I mean? As far as friends that want to get with me, tons. All right, let's try this one more time. All right, we're trying to add you one more time. I'm trying to add you one more again. Good.
Good morning. And how is everybody?
Good night, good night, good night. Everybody is wonderful. What would you like to add to the conversation tonight?
Well, first of all, I need to know where we're going because everybody's telling me to come on. Are we going to paint and sip? Because I'm ready. But I play too much. I play too much.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hey, Kiel. Hey, Miss China. China, make sure you add me because I need some mentorship, girl. I
You
need that mentorship.
know,
Shane, close your ears.
you
So make sure you add me, China. I'm about to follow you because the mentorship is starting tomorrow.
this. You know what? You trying out to business. Didn't know. No, but China does speak at certain events, and for women in different situations. So yeah, she about that.
No, but talking about um, is it forgiveness, unforgiveness? I don't even know what we're talking about right now because so much in one. Forgiveness after the love is gone, is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, like you mentioned here, Shane, that you have your exes that you're still friends with, so on and so forth. I mean, I don't have that many exes, but for the most part, we're still friends. There is just that one person that I can't say I didn't forgive them, but because of the relationship that we had, or the attachment that carried after the relationship, then it was like, it just hearing the person's voice would irritate me. But then
Forgiveness.
I had to learn that I needed to let that go, because what I was doing was I was giving him power, and that was too much to give to him, because I needed my peace of mind, which is why I got out of the relationship to begin with. But then here I am out of the relationship and still being like, this man get under my skin. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And I don't think I'm that thin skinned, but he got under there. So what we have to learn to do is to forgive, not for them, but like you said, for ourselves. Like, you've got to forgive so you can have the peace that you need. You know what I mean? Now, am I gonna be, not you, because we're two different people, as we know. Am I going to be friends with all my exes? Absolutely not. We don't
Why,
need to be
why?
friends. Say what?
Why not? Why can't you be friends with your exes?
Depending on the circumstances. Why are we now ex?
But that's what I'm
What got us there?
and that's one of my points though. If you are able to really forgive whatever the infraction was, then there shouldn't be an issue with maintaining some kind of positive relationship.
But here's the thing though. We can be cool, we can be cordial, we can say hello to each other, but we don't need to be friends.
I mean,
I'm
like I
not
said,
gonna
there's
I'm not gonna see you. I'm not gonna be going down the road and I see you and I'm gonna make a right because you're on the left. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pass you. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? You good? We're good, and that's it. But there's no friendship. We're not gonna be hanging out. You're not gonna be blowing up my phone. You're not gonna be texting me because, like, no, we don't need to be friends.
yeah. Here's the thing. Like I said earlier, there's some people that just don't need to be in your space. Period. They've proven themselves incapable of being in your space and maintaining. Because here's what I think. Here's how I look at things. I feel like I have a world. Everybody has their own world. You call it personal
Right.
space or whatever. Everybody has a world, and everybody is the ruler of their own world. Now, with being a ruler of your world comes with certain rules and regulations that must be followed by the individuals that's a part of your world. If you cannot follow the rules and regulations of my world, then you don't get to be a part of that world. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So not everybody needs to be a part of your world, don't get me wrong. But what I am saying is that if I'm just saying that it should never be a situation where you the mention of your ex's name or seeing your ex in certain situations or even heard about a situation where Somebody was upset because the parent, the other parent of the child showed up at the, birthday parties and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there be a situation where you can't be in the same room, where you can't be cordial. You don't have to be best friends. You know what I mean? But
No,
you
we don't need to be friends, period. We can speak, but we don't need to be friends. Why do we need to be friends?
what but that's the thing. You don't need to be friends, but why not? Why? Okay, so you say you don't need to be friends, but can you is the question, right? Is your heart clean enough from that individual where they can be a friend? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, but see, in my situation, to be honest, based on based on history and whatever else, like I would love to be able to at least be able to sit down and have a conversation with dude, but that can't happen. Not even that can happen. So if that can't happen, then we don't need to be friends. Like, do we even need to be in the same room at the same time? Like, seriously. And it's not that I
I don't
have
know.
not forgiven him. It's not that I have not forgiven him for whatever or history was. It's just a situation that, who the person is.
Uh,
That's the problem. Who the person is, not what happened in our relationship.
okay, so all right. So Keo says Shane's exes are still friends with him because they want that old thing back. He's sweet, respectful, and speaks his mind. That's what it is. Um, I think I think my keep it realness. I think my realness is definitely valuable to exes and to people that I've dealt with. Yeah, definitely. But I think more so, once again, it's just that I don't. Here's one of the things that happens a lot, Julian. I think that we forget why we were with that person. I think
I sure don't forget that one.
you say you don't forget.
I sure don't.
So don't have to give it to the.
Oh my God.
So when you exit a relationship, a lot of times we forget why we got into that relationship in the first place, or we forget that a relationship is, say a relationship is this long, right?
Mhm.
This much of it is why you broke up usually, but we forget that there was all of this over here that caused us to be in and stay in that relationship. And I think what it is, I would have to say the key to me being friends with my exes is that I'm grateful for this part. I have
Mhm.
gratitude to that individual that they allowed me to feel certain things. They allowed me to experience certain things. You know what I mean? They allowed me to be a part of their experience or their life experience, and I'm grateful to that person for that. I'm grateful for, you know what I mean, the conversations we had. I'm grateful for trying to say head in bed. I'm grateful for all those experiences that we had in that relationship, and I think that because there were differences does not eliminate all the good that was in that relationship. For a lot of you, you know what I mean, the because there's negativity in a relationship does not erase the blessings that you got from that relationship. Some women, sometimes you got, children out of that particular relationship, even though the relationship was not the most amazing thing in the world, but you got a child out of it. And I think there should be a sense of gratitude to that person, whether you be the male or female. You know what I mean? um, there's be a level of gratitude for what they brought to your life and the experiences, the valuable experiences that they brought to your life. And if you are able to remember all that they brought, then it's going to be difficult for you just to not be able to deal with them. Now, if you don't want to, that's a whole nother situation, but not be able. That's what I'm stressing. That being able to. If you don't want to, choose not to. That's all up to you. But being able to, without animosity, without feeling some type of way, you know what I mean? Then that's. I think that's where you ought to be. There ought to be. I just feel like there's a level of gratitude that I have to everyone that I've dated for whatever reason, and that's why I don't have a problem, being friends with them. They can call me and ask me for advice. They can call me and ask me, tell me what their boyfriend did or whatever the case is, and I tell them straight up, well, when we were dating, you did the same foolishness, so you're just doing the same foolishness now. And I keep it 100 with them, you know what I mean? Because once again, I'm grateful for the experiences and the time that they shared with me. Now, Akil says, I was not with old boy for sex. We never had it. Yeah, that explains a lot. But I was with him because we were good friends. So I thought.
Don't read my reply on that.
So I thought. She said, wait. But I have forgiven him. I'm older and wiser now. Okay. Julian says. Anyway.
I told you don't read it.
Akil said she was ready. Yeah, you was ready too late. The problem is, listen, we're gonna have a discussion about sex very soon. Because
oh Lord, I hope I must make it 12 o'clock so it'll be past my bedtime, and yeah, I'll watch the replay maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about. We gotta have a serious grown folk talk about sex coming up.
I agree, especially for especially for the church girls, not me. The church girls.
We gotta have a serious talk about sex and what it actually means. We're misconstruing the meaning of that thing. But in any case, but
no, but like you were saying, and I'm gonna get out the way so Anthony can come show the bonnet because I really want to see the bonnet and hear what she's saying.
Tonight,
but no, I agree with you on what you said earlier. Like forgiveness, it's so important. It is so important. And remember, it's funny because on Sunday I got a call from someone and we were talking about something that she saw that it wasn't about, well, I guess it's relationship, but it's not like this kind of relationship. But she saw something that she wanted to do for someone, but because of the relationship and all of that, she didn't do it because she was afraid, pretty much. She was afraid of how the person was going to respond and so on and so forth. And I was saying to her, you next time don't allow that to happen. Why? You're not doing it because of them. You're doing it because of you, because of where your heart is, because of your service and your honor to that person. So it's the same thing with forgiveness. You've got to forgive not for the other person of the relationship, but for yourself. So it's very, very important.
You are absolutely right. And I definitely appreciate you coming on and sharing your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, your comments. Thank you so very much. But you will be at the Pain and Sip on the 13th of February, correct?
I already purchased 2 tickets.
Okay, so Pain and Sip, 13th of February.
And you can let your audience know that, hey, they can bring their friends. So don't buy 1 ticket. Don't be like Mr. Cheap. Buy 2 tickets and bring a friend.
And bring the fellas so China can come out. China says she ain't coming unless there be more fellas. So bring the fellas so she can come out. All right. Thank you so much.
You can keep me off because I don't have to come off.
Yeah, no, I got you. Don't go nowhere though. Stay with me. We're almost wrapping up. Anthony, where you at? You coming to say something? Okay. So just think. But I was very serious about the fact that I'm grateful for the experience that I've had with that individual. Whatever it was. Because people are either in your life for a blessing or a lesson. They're either a blessing or a lesson. And if they're a blessing, you ought to be grateful, because you know what? Not everybody receives blessing from the people that they're with. And if it's a lesson, be grateful, because it's the lessons that you learn in life that cause you to grow. Those are the things that cause you to mature. You know what I mean? You don't mature without lessons. You don't mature without experience. And so that person, whoever that individual was, either they brought something beautiful to your life, or they taught you something very, very important. Now, whatever side of the spectrum that individual falls on, I feel there needs to be a level of gratitude to that person. I'll say, for instance, like the individual that introduced me to martial arts, for instance, was someone who did me so dirty. But you know what? Without that person, even though they did me dirty, without that person, I would have never had the experience of being a martial artist, and you know, even getting my black belt and all that. It would have never happened without that person. And it's just, the fact of the matter is, you would never be where you are today if you did not run into that person. Because like I said, either they were a blessing to your life, or they taught you something that caused you to grow and become better. So really, a lot of us, we need to call up our ex and be like, you know what? I don't really want to, you know, have you in my life if you don't want me in your life. But, you know, just tell them thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you for being a jerk. Thank you for being an a-hole. Thank you for being, you know what I mean, a cheater. Thank you for being who you are, because that helped me to grow. It helped me to learn. Helped me to have experience. So now I know what to look for. Now I know not to do certain things that I've done in the past, not to repeat the same mistakes. But the thing about lessons is, lessons only work if you learn from them. So learn from your lessons. Learn from your lessons, because you take that, you know what I mean? Sometimes we feel like we're taking a loss. You're not taking a loss. That L is not a loss. That L is a lesson. But you got to learn from your lessons so you don't repeat them. Those who refuse to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I'll say one more again. Those who refuse to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So if you don't learn from your lessons, you will be doomed to repeat it. And that's why a lot of times we end up in the same situations over and over again with different people. And we keep blaming these people, and we don't realize that we have perpetuated the cycle over and over again. You know what I mean? She said, I'm about to call my next ex and say, thank you, baby. Oh, man. So, you know what? I think this is a good place to wrap it up for tonight. But once again, just to reiterate, listen, people come into your life either as a blessing or a lesson. They're a blessing or a lesson. That's why they're there. If they're a blessing, be grateful for what they have brought to your life. Be grateful for the good times that you have shared, even though it may not have ended in the best way possible. It may have ended in the most negative way possible. But don't forget that this whole time you've been in a beautiful situation. This whole time you were happy, you were laughing. You know what I mean? You feeling good. Yes, you have this part over here that went sour and caused you to break up, but don't forget that you were feeling good over here. That part is the blessing. This part here, that's the lesson. So you are grateful for the blessings. You learn from your lessons, and you make sure that, you know what, you don't harbor any negativity in your heart. Don't harbor any negativity in your life. And unforgiveness is negativity. Yes, Rose, we still on. I'm wrapping up. Yeah, unforgiveness is negativity. That's what it is. Unforgiveness is negativity. It's darkness. It's bondage, and you gotta let it go. Forgive the person that hurt you. Forgive the person that did you wrong. Forgive the person that cheated on you. Forgive the person that, you know, whatever they did, forgive them. Not for their sake, but for your sake, so you can maintain a peace of mind, so you can live in a positive mind space, knowing that, you know what, you are stronger, you are wiser, you are better, much better. When you look back over all he's brought you through, you can say, you can realize that it was him that you held on to, and you never would have made it. You never would have made it. No, you're stronger and you're wiser. You are more refined because of what you have been through. In order to have a diamond sparkle, it has to go through a refining process. And that refining process is harsh, it's rough, it is not sweet. So you have to go through those things, and those things are what make you better. Being buffeted is what makes you shine brighter. So, you know what? That ex, that person that broke your heart, the person that cheated on you, you know what? Tell them thank you. Tell them thank you. Even if they don't deserve to be in your space anymore, tell them thank you, because they have made you better than you were yesterday. Like Brittany says, I'm stronger than yesterday. And my loneliness ain't killing me no more because I'm stronger. All right. So once again, thank y'all for joining me. Listen, I don't take any of you for granted. Those of you that commented, those of you that came on to speak, I don't take any of you for granted. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I'll try to be on as often as I can. So make sure that you hit the notification button. This will be on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. All right, go to my YouTube channel. Look for Shane Walters on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. You can watch this episode again and a few other episodes that we've put on before. Going to be on YouTube, so check that out. If you are my peoples, if you got my back, go to YouTube and subscribe. I'm on my way to 1,000. We started out here with just 7. Now we're all the way up to 15. That's 100 and something percent growth, all right, in a week. So listen, go to the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, put on the notifications here, put on notifications on YouTube so you know when we're on live. And want to let you know that we appreciate you. We love you so, so very much. Join me for Paint and Sip and 90s R&B. Listen, on February 13th, it's going to be 90s R&B. Y'all know I'm about that 90s R&B. It's going to be 90s R&B, and we're going to paint, and we're going to sip a little something, wine if not church folk. If you're church folk, it's grape juice. But we're going to sip a little something. We're going to paint. We're going to have a good time. We're going to put on some 90s R&B. If couples come on out, love on each other, and single folks, listen, come on out. You might find somebody you can dance to Teddy Pendergrass to. No, Teddy Pendergrass is not 90s R&B. Who you can dance to, what's that boy name? Tevin Campbell. Yeah, come on out, singles, single fellas, single ladies, find somebody you can dance to Tevin Campbell to. All right? So it's on the February 13th, 7217 West Oakland Park Boulevard, Legacy Event Hall. You can go to the Instagram, legacy_event_hall, Facebook, and get your tickets. Tickets are going fast, so you want to make sure that you jump on, get your tickets. We do have limited space due to Corona protocol, all right? COVID protocols, we got limited space. So get your tickets. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be good. It's going to be nice. It's going to be smooth. It's going to be sexy. We're going to be out here, you know what I mean, all night. Well, not all night, but, we're going to be out there making it happen. All right? God bless you. Love you so much. Bye-bye.